Scheduled to be row number 5, the 36 of Dana Diekey and the 27W of Noah Williams. The 6A of Adam Armstrong not going to make it out.
Not making the call.
Sean Pospischel now.
And we are green. And how about the start to this one for Tommy Etherton? He'll roll through the bottom of 1 and 2. Gary Sadoff in the middle. Riffle on the top side of the speedway. They'll go door to door as they go 3 wide mid-pack into 3 and 4.
Braden Latour thought about making it 4 wide for a minute there, but he ran out of racetrack, and he gets shoved up into the outside retaining wall on the exit of turn 4.
Man, we've seen a lot of rubbing so far tonight.
Oh, Melissa Latour up into the outside wall. She's stuck on the high side. Caution will come out.
Tell you what, Dan, we've talked about that a lot tonight. We've seen a few guys and gals kind of get caught up in that guardrail into one. Matt Andrews in the heat race was like that. Seen a few others with some issues. So looks like we've got the field set. I think we're going to go green flag racing this time by Tommy Etherton in the 24T. Will bring us to the green.
Etherton good on the loud pedal. Sadoff is right there. We might have a battle for the race lead. Top 4, that's going to be Spencer Galloway and Bo Riffle right now. Look at Dana Diekey out of the C feature up to the 6th spot, battling for 5th.
Yeah, he's rolling that bottom line really nice in 3 and 4. Look at that 36 starting to come to the front. Meanwhile, here comes Spencer Galloway door to door with Gary Sadoff off of 2. One car goes around in turn 1. I think that's Braden Latour. He'll keep it clean and green, and you've got a race for the lead. Here comes Sadoff to the outside.
Tommy Etherton working that low side, staying protective. They go through the dust that was created by the 14 of Braden Latour. Tommy Etherton able to get away. Now Gary Sadoff's got pressure from Spencer Galloway.
Spencer Galloway working the bottom side of the speedway. Still a little bit of moisture down there, especially in 1 and 2, where Roger and the team reworked the track, and he hits it right there, just pushed up a little bit. Meanwhile, Diekey in that 4th and final transfer.
Diekey is gotten by Michael Toll, who also got by Bo Riffles. Oh, lap traffic in front of Tommy Etherton. He gets by clean, though. Spencer Galloway takes a peek to the inside of Gary Sadoff, decides to go high in 3 and 4.
So now the lap car between your leader and the rest of the pack, they'll get around the lap car. And Sadoff trying all he can to hold off Spencer Galloway. Tell you what, Galloway's starting to find something on the top side of the speedway. Diekey right there in 4th, and then it's anyone's ball game from 5th on back with Toll right there.
Tommy Etherton checking out, 5 laps left to go. Gary Sadoff, Spencer Galloway, Dana Diekey, no change, top 4. Tommy Etherton starting to pull up on the lap traffic of Braden Latour.
That would be the final lap car he would have to deal with if he does catch that 14 machine. He's got a straightaway advantage over the rest of the field as Sadoff and Galloway still in a little bit of a cluster right there with Diekey.
Oh no, Braden Latour almost goes around right in front of our leader. He cuts it to the infield, and he's going to take it easy through the infield. Might rejoin, but for the time being, 2 laps left to go for Tommy Etherton, Gary Sadoff, Spencer Galloway, and Dana Diekey.
Noah Williams quietly has made himself up into that 5th spot, but he's running out of time, trying to push it on the cushion, but he is running out, only a 1/3 of a mile to go for your leader, Tommy Etherton. Working through 1 and 2, one final time. Etherton will take him down the backstretch. Gary Sadoff, Spencer Galloway, Dana Diekey, Noah Williams. Through 3 and 4, one final time. Picking up the B feature win, Tommy Etherton.
Gary Sadoff brings it home in 2nd. Spencer Galloway in 3rd. Your 4th and final transfer. Moving on to the A, the 36 of Dana Diekey.
So those 4 cars will move on and take the rear of your SportMod A feature.
And the 81J of Joe Copeland Jr.
Top 5 cars moving on to the A feature. After this, we'll get into your ground pounder B main event with your IMCA modifieds, your sprint cars after that, and it'll be set for A feature action. But we are green off of 4. Michael Hansen with a good start to this one. Look out, Cody Booth. Here comes Kirsten Bruce. Contact down the back straightaway.
You know, 4 wide's a little much. At Eagle Raceway, but it's all starting to get figured out as Mike Hansen has said bye-bye.
Oh, LaPointe hold on to her. Was able to do so. Here comes the 17T Troy Downey working the bottom side of the speedway up into 3rd in that 17T.
Kyle Champ in the 2nd spot. Battle is for 3rd. Dan Markham to the outside.
Troy Downey back in that 4th spot. Ben Beecher rounding out your top 5. Keep your eye on that B4. He is in the final transfer right now. Working off of turn number 2. Beecher, look at Dowdy, Markham, Pella right there. 4 cars going at it for those final transfer spots. Tell you what, Hansen is absolutely checked out up front though.
Mike Hansen, the 94 machine. Battle is for 2nd, the B4. Ben Beecher looking to the inside of Kyle Champ. Out of turn number 4, working that low side. Champ, I got no idea. Scoreboard says Champ by maybe an inch.
Good tight racing while that was battling out. Neil Pella up into the 5th and final transfer. Keep your eye on that 3N machine working to the inside of Markham. Meanwhile, Beecher will take that 2nd spot away from Champ.
Ben Beecher is on the move. Started 3rd row outside. He's up into the 2nd spot now. Champ back to 3rd. And Pella in 4th. Dan Markham 5th.
Tell you what, Hansen is absolutely checked out on the rest of the field of that 94. Beecher at 2nd, Champ 3rd, Pella 4th, Markham rounding out your top 5. Dowdy outside looking in right now in that 17T.
Flat tire for the ZOOM. That's Cody Muth. You can see him having issues. Race officials have notified him he's got a flat tire and he needs to move to the infield.
Well, he's got the leader coming right behind him here, Mike Hansen, and he might have to get around him here. White flag is out one more time around.
Oh, there it is. I couldn't tell if it was, but it's definitely the left side tire.
Oh, Kirsten Bruce goes around right rear flat for the 4K in front of your leader. Hansen's going to come around to win it.
Mike Hansen gets the win. Ben Beecher in 2nd. Kyle Champ in 3rd. And Neil Pella in 4th.
Dan Markham rounding out your top 5. Those would be your top 5 cars. Moving on to the A feature.
Check.
Here we go. Scott Bivens, Roger Sluka are going to lead him to the green flag. We'll have 18 laps to find out who's landing in Demon Decals victory lane. Great start for Bivens. He's going to take the field to the green flag. He'll have the lead going into turn number 1. Sluka in 2nd. Rich Flock looking underneath. Mary Lenz in 4th.
Boy, they almost went 4 wide. Sorry about that, Dan. How about Ryan Arbogast? The only one on the top side of the speedway. My goodness, what a run he gets off of 4.
It almost looked like he hit a turbo strip from a video game when he hit that cushion in turn 3. Just absolutely launched him around the racetrack. He's up to 3rd, looking for 2nd from Sluka. Jumps the cushion a little bit that time, but he still gets a good run, holds on to 3rd.
Good racing from second on back. Scott Bivens, former longtime modified driver in that 56 out front. Some shuffling deep in the field, but Ryan Arbogast, one of the only drivers working up top. Verbka joins him right there, but Arbogast takes that second spot away from Sluka.
Arbogast up to second, Sluka in third. Battle is for fourth. Mary Lenz has got it off turn number 2. Rich Flock battles back.
Double file a number of rows deep. Here comes Flock to the inside, but Hahn will get around him. Put the 17 up to fourth. Here comes Ari Scout now, the 99 Ari.
Ari Scouten breaks loose in the entry to turn number 1. Almost makes contact with Mary Lenz, but he's able to keep it clean.
Tell you what, Ryan Arbogast is putting on a show just working that cushion. He is throwing that thing in there deep. He'll start in the middle, drift it all the way. No, he will stay on the middle line. I thought he was going to drift it to the cushion there.
He didn't because you started to say it.
I hear you. I hear you.
Now he's decided to move his line down in 3 and 4. He was having a little trouble getting that car to set in 3 and 4, so maybe he'll stay down on the low side for about 5 or 6 laps, see if that cushion builds back up again.
Adam Verbka and Dion Kovar, good battle. That's outside the top 5 between the 7V and the 18. Tyler Narrett and Matt Andrews coming to the front as well.
Dion Kovar to the outside of Matt Andrews. Scott Bivens, Ryan Arbogast, Roger Sluka. Battle is for fourth. Ari Scouten noses down the backstretch.
Good battle, 3 cars right there. Oh, Scouten trying to get as thin as possible to try and fit. Not going to happen. Sluka holds on. Hahn right there to the outside of Scouten going into 1.
Arbogast starting to close in on Bivens ever so slightly. Looks like he's going back to that high side in turns 3 and 4. Can he get a run out of turn 4?
Here comes Arbogast. You've got a race for the lead. Arbogast rips the limb coming off at turn 2. Bivens pulls a car leg down the back straightaway. Scouten and Arbogast trying to get that high line to come in.
Scouten's going to be on the high side, turns 1 and 2. Big run for Arbogast. They scratch the outside wall. At the line, Bivens still had it. Arbogast still trying to pull up onto the outside in turn 3.
Tell you what, the run he gets off at turn 4 is going to give him the lead that time by. You've got a new leader, Ryan Arbogast, going to 1.
And after a long battle for several laps, Ari Scouten gets around Roger Sluka using that same Arbogast high side line.
Now Scott Bivens tries to go to the high line of 3 and 4. That 56 has been running the bottom all race long. And now Scouten tries to close on the S56.
Ryan Arbogast, Scott Bivens, Ari Scouten, Roger Sluka, Mary Lenz goes around in front of the field. Gary Sadoff spins to avoid. He just slid sideways. I don't think he made contact with Mary.
I don't quite know if Tyler got into the back of Mary right there, but it was pretty close between those two as Hahn went around in turn 1. We'll see what the officiating says there. That's a tough break for 2 good drivers battling for that top 5 spot.
Well, they're not getting You were in the hotel room with spirits.
I was. A couple of high noons, by the way. About 7 of them. So that might be why I don't remember. Here we go.
Here we go, Ryan Arbogast. He'll work the bottom of 1 and 2. Scouten up high. Bivens down low as well.
Scouten gets a big run on the exit of turn number 2, working that high side. He'll go back.
Gary Sadoff went around on the front straightaway. He's going to get called for the caution. Did not complete a lap right there. Mini E next Friday night. It'll be Fast Friday at Mini E Raceway.
By the way, weather forecast for next week, high of 89.
We'll take it.
All right, let's try this one more time. Ari Scouten up on the lip. He gets a big run, and he pulls to the side of Scott Bivens into turn 3. Works the high side again out of turn 4. Big run for Scouten. He's up to second. Arbogast pulls away, though.
Ari Scouten started 8th up to 2nd. Tell you what, Adam Verbka up on that high line. He's starting to make it happen in the 7V. Goes to the outside of Sluka. We'll go 2x2, 3 rows deep, going through 3 and 4.
Ryan Arbogast, Ari Scouten, Scott Bivens, Adam Verbka with a big run. Matt Andrews, Roger Sluka, Tyler Nerud. Great battle back in the field as Arbogast gets the signal of 3 to go.
Ryan Arbogast a 1.2 second lead over Ari Scouten right now. Here comes Matt Andrews. He will split Sluka and Verbka. Nerud right there as well. Great tight racing. He'll slide up and Andrews up into that 4th spot. Oh, we got 2 cars going around. Fansteel and Hines go around in 3 and 4. And I think that will bring us to a green-white checkered.
I believe you are correct.
You could try to make history here tonight for that 2 machine up front. Some tough SportMods right behind him. Green-white checkered, and we turn them loose.
This gives Ari Scouten a good shot at Ryan Arbogast once again. Scouten's been pretty good on the restarts the last couple of times. Bivens looks underneath Scouten though. Arbogast with a big run down the back stretch. Bobby Draper off the pace.
White flag is out. 3-car battle for second as the caution will fly. Yep, debris at the exit of turn 2. Well, we have 1 caution. Caution breeds cautions. The floodgates open, and here we are.
I mean, you can't help it. When you lose, looks like it might be a drive shaft that Bobby Draper lost. Nothing really you can do about that, but throw the caution, clean up the track, and do it again. I however, found some calories, as I usually do at the racetrack. Green flag coming back out. Ryan Arbogast has done it so well several times. Ari Scouten's going to try to stick his nose to the inside. Scouten's going to follow Arbogast on the low side, but Arbogast still gets away.
Arbogast starts in the middle, drifts to the cushion right where that moisture is, gets a good run off of 4. White flag is out.
Matt Andrews scrapes the outside wall along the front stretch, trying to pick up that 3rd spot from Scott Bivens. Down the back stretch we go.
Through 3 and 4, 1 final time. Picking up the win will be Ryan Arbogast. Ari Scouten, Matt Andrews, Scott Bivens, and Tyler Nerud will be your top 5. So how about it, race fans? I believe his first win here at Eagle Raceway. Give it up for the 2, Ryan Arbogast. David Carter sits second in the point standings. He starts inside row 6. So that's the points battle coming into tonight. Yeah, it's not too bad.
$18 laps to find out who's landing in Demon Decal's victory lane. Here we go. Green flag is out.
Clayton Peters up high. Kenny Roberts on the bottom side. That's the place to be early in this one. 3 wide racing, a number of rows deep, mid pack. Oh, Schreiner got the outside guardrail. Look out.
All by himself. Tanner Dowdy goes around. No. Just on ones we didn't complete a lap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just when we feel like it.
So we take one because we didn't get one.
Oh, that's a good catchphrase for that. That's good.
All right. Green flag is back out. Kenny Rogers leading them into turn 1.
Roberts.
We're getting back going. Kenny Roberts here, leader. Clayton Peters second. Jeff Watts third. Ryan Gillen fourth. What a good race we got going on. 3 wide for fourth.
I am never taking a week off again. Kenny Roberts. Cousin. No, I don't know.
We've got a race for the lead starting to heat up, Dan. Here comes Clayton Peters looking for his first ever win in a hobby stock at Eagle.
Clayton Peters working the outside of Roberts. Jeff Watts, he's won at Eagle Raceway several times. In that third spot, Ryan Gillen, the most recent feature winner.
Hey, look at this. Look at the 24R. Dylan Richards started outside row 7th into the top 5.
This is one talented young man. I think he'll be battling for track championships at Eagle Raceway before long. He dives to the inside of Ryan Gillen trying to pick up the 5th spot. Richards has got a nose. He's got 4th, looking for more. He's got 3rd down the backstretch.
Your new leader, Clayton Peters, working the high line. He has got a Hornet's nest coming after him behind him. Kenny Roberts goes to the bottom of 1 and 2. Here comes Richards now to the inside of Watts.
Richards has got a fast automobile, and he's sticking it to the low side in the corners. Now he's going to go high. What?
Even the right front quarter panel damage not affecting the handling of that 24R. Sweeps up to the cushion. He does such a good job of keeping his momentum up. Yeah. No wasted movement in that 24R.
Reminds me a lot of Jeff Ware when he was racing in the hobby stocks. Just so smooth. Kenny Roberts bobbles a little bit on the exit of turn 4. That allows Jeff Watts to pull up next to him. That's a battle for 3rd.
Tell you what, we've been paying attention to the top 5. There's been some great racing all the way through the rest of the pack. They're 2 by 2, about 5 rows deep after him. Here comes Richards now with 10 to go.
10 laps left to go.
Oh, contact.
That's all right. Dylan, that was already damage on that part of the car. He's fine. Gets to the back bumper of Peters. Where's he going, high or low? They both go high.
Peters trying to hold off one of the top drivers in the country. Meanwhile, Jeff Watts, Ryan Gillen, and Kenny Roberts going at it for 3rd. Look at the run for Dylan Richards off of 2, and he's got it.
Dylan Richards, your new race leader. Dylan Richards, Clayton Peters, Jeff Watts, Kenny Roberts, Ryan Gillen, Mike Hansen, your B feature transfer up to the 6th spot.
Started, what was that, the 16th spot in that 94. We have got some movers and shakers here tonight. Gillen now to the outside of Roberts. Boy, those two have got to be tired of looking at each other. They've been side by side this whole race right there in that battle for 4th and 5th.
Dylan Richards is checked out with 6 to go, now 5.5 as he takes that
1 going around at turn 4.
That's the 7.
Tanner Dowdy went around first. Krista Stransky went around to avoid contact with the 17.
So we woe things back up. Oh, and Kyle Shamp has got, his bumper is just barely hanging on. We'll see if race officials make him go remove that.
So Dylan Richards set to bring us back to the green flag. Little Kenny Loggins rocking us in the background. A little danger zone coming off of 4.
I'd like to request some Kenny Rogers, please. Dylan Richards, Clayton Peters, Jeff Watts. 3 wide exit at turn 4. Look at that, it's the 94 of Mike Hansen. Mike Hansen up into the top 5.
How about it? He is officially the hard charger tonight. 16th to 4th. plus 12 for the 94, and he is not done. We still have 5 to go. Travis Landauer getting in the mix as well.
Still 3 wide, all 3 of them on the low side of 1 and 2. Hansen, Landauer, and Gillen.
Boy, it's good to see Travis Landauer get to the front. He had back surgery about a month or 2 ago, has not been able to race since the first part of April, and it looks like he hasn't skipped a beat.
Dylan Richards, Clayton Peters, Jeff Watts, Mike Hansen. 3 wide, out of turn 4, Watts is going to hold on to the 3rd spot.
Dylan Richards still your leader. Clayton Peters still not too far out of this one. 2 to go. Oh, Schreiner on the front stretch, got into the guardrail. So did the 22J of Jensen. White flag is out though.
Final time around Eagle Raceway. Dylan Richards, Clayton Peters, Mike Hansen now's got that 3rd spot. He'll drift up in front of Watts and close the door. Out of turn number 4, picking up another win, the 24R of Dylan Richards, and around goes Hansen.
Peters 2nd, Watts 3rd, Landauer and Gillen. And the bid from 16th to 3rd goes up in flames as Landauer got together with Hansen in the final corner. But how about it, race fans? In your hobby stock division so far, 3 of the first 4 weeks going to your points leader, Dylan Richards.